What's going on, everyone? This is going to be a recap on the most recent signature in Fort Worth, Texas. How I'm feeling, how I did, how I think I can improve, and everything in between. This is going to be a little bit of a different video, something that you're not quite used to, but if you like it, make sure to let me know, because this is the first time I'm doing something like this, so, To kick off the weekend, we had pro doubles on Friday. Me and Gage were looking to sneak into the top 10, hopefully, with a finish above 13th place. We had a 13th place that we can drop, so as long as we did better than that, we were going to drop that placement. That was really our goal. We were trying to get from 15 to maybe the top 10. That was our goal coming into the weekend. Me and Gage came into the C bracket as the overall 4 seed. Winning our first game, coming out of the gate against two of the best juniors in the game right now, Jace Fleischer and Jack McKinney. Then our second game, we had a close, tight battle against Austin Waskow and Eric Davis. We narrowly escaped that, 21-20. And then in our side finals of the bracket, we played the boys Spencer and Tony. We were up 19-11 at one point, and we just couldn't close the door. They kept inching back, and we unfortunately lost that game 21-19. Definitely didn't feel great after being up that much, but we had to wash away that loss and hop right into our losers bracket right after we lost that game, where we had to play against the team that we played against the first game of the day, against Jace Fleischer and Jack McKinney, and they were not going to go away easy. We were down 10-2 at one point, and then 16-11, but we kept clawing back every round, just taking the washes, taking what they would give us, and we came back. We won 21-18. I shot a 10-8-2 to Jack's 10-5-9, and Gage evened out his side with 9-9-4 for him and Jace. Heading into the 4th place game, after winning that game, that was the 5th place game. Now we have the 4th place game, where me and Gage have been many times this season in opens and signatures. We just can't seem to get past that 3rd, 4th, 5th mark. We're always right there. We just can't get over that hump, and it doesn't change in this game either. We had to play one of the best teams in the league right now, Matt and Brett Guy. For the first 10 rounds of the game, Matt and Brett were up 6-0. And then we tied it up at 6-6, and then it was also tied up at 11-11, and then I just completely fell apart. I don't know what happened. That board that we were playing on was a little bit quicker than the others, but that's no excuse for giving up most of the points in the game. That was on me. My bad, Gage. It seems like I always seem to throw so good in doubles, and then when it gets to the more important games, I always fall off a cliff and don't know what happened. That's something I got to work on, and something that I am trying to work on, and hopefully improve on that in Arizona at the last signature of the year. Everybody thinks it's Gage's fault that we don't win because I'm ranked number 1 right now, but most of the time, if not 90% of the time, it is my fault that we lose games. So I'll take the blame for that. That's on me, Gage. My bad, bro. I'll be better. Promise. Moving on to Saturday was pro teams with the Chicagoland Spinners, and to say that this was my worst performance in teams would be an understatement. I honestly don't know what to say. It has been my fault. We have made the 3rd place game, back-to-back signatures, winning one more game, with the last game being on me to take us to the overall finals of teams, and to say I've choked is an understatement. I feel so bad for my team. I just keep letting my team down over and over again. I can't explain how sorry I am to my team, Kyle Singles, our owner, and all of our team. I am deeply sorry for my performance. That's all I can say. I need to be better. I'm very sorry. Pro singles was right after teams. I came in as the overall 1 seed in the A bracket. For being the 1 seed, I had a bye in the bracket, and then for my first game I played, I won. My second game, I also won, feeling pretty good in both these games. Then my 3rd game against Jacob Trzynski on the broadcast course. Some of you may have seen it over the weekend. I started out very hot for the first 10 or so rounds. I was throwing an 11. Then something happened where none of my shots were working. If I went for a roll, I would roll and just not fall in, then forcing something more that shouldn't even happen. And then easy pushes that I normally hit just were not hitting. And you'll have that. I mean, a lot of people think I can't mess up or I should make every single bag. That's just not the case most of the time. I do miss like everybody else. To say I was disappointed, it also would be an understatement. That's a theme with this past signature. I was just being disappointed in myself and the way I threw. Just letting people down is the trademark of this signature. So yeah, after losing to Jacob, In the winner's bracket, I dropped down in the loser's bracket to play Tony Smith, and I just fell apart. I let that prior loss to Jacob and the loss in teams, it all started flooding me, and I let it get into my head, and I simply was out of it that game. I normally do not let prior losses get to me, but this time they did. That was the result in having prior losses in matches get to you, throwing away a game that you can easily be into and have a closer match than that. Me and Tony always have close matches. Yeah, I don't know what to say other than I'm disappointed. After that second loss in bracket, I'm out of the main bracket, so then we have to play stacks, which I drop into the 9th to 12th place stack. Won both my stack games to place 9th overall in the bracket, which is my worst performance this year by far. I got 4th place in bracket at the first signature. I got 2nd place overall at the second, 2nd place overall at the third, and then I won overall at the 4th. So this is a signature that I will be dropping, and that will not go towards my overall ranking. Something to take away from this weekend, you cannot throw great all the time. People are going to miss bags, and you're not going to feel good at some of these signatures. You're not going to feel good at your local blind draw sometimes. Sometimes you're not going to throw good, and that's okay. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get in your head, because once it gets in your head, then you're just going to keep spiraling. That's something that happened this weekend, and I need to work on that so it will not happen again in the future. If you're ever throwing bad, don't spiral out of control. Just take a deep breath, take a step back, and realize that it's just a game, and we're just here having fun. I appreciate everyone for tuning into this. I know it's a different type of video, but let me know if you liked it, and I might be able to do some more of these in the future. I appreciate everyone for watching, and remember, stay humble. Later, guys.